Hello everyone! Welcome back to Doc GILMAC online tutorial, trigonometry or pre-calculus tutorial. The topic I'm going to discuss for today's tutorial is all about the unit circle. Consider the definition: a circle whose center is the origin and whose radius has a length of 1 unit is called unit circle. Based on the definition, give the coordinates for the x and y intercepts for the diagram to the right. Now consider the diagram to the right. So as you can see here, the graph of a unit circle with 4 intercepts, 1 and 0, 0, 1, negative 1 and 0, and 0, negative 1. Let's determine the coordinates of the unit circle for a 45 degrees angle. Drop the perpendicular from the point on the circle to the positive x-axis. So as you can see here, what type of a triangle is created? It is an isosceles right triangle. What is the length of the hypotenuse? Why? 1, because it is a unit circle. So as you can see here, this is just equal to 1. What is the relationship between hypotenuse and a leg of an isosceles right triangle? H is just equal to leg times square root of 2. What is the length of each leg? L is simply 1 over square root of 2 or square root of 2 over 2. So as you can see here, both legs are square root of 2 over 2. What is the x-coordinate of the point? Square root of 2 over 2. What is the y-coordinate of the point? It is also square root of 2 over 2. So therefore, the coordinates of this point for 45 degrees angle is square root of 2 over 2 and square root of 2 over 2. What would be the coordinates of the point on the circle if we draw a 135 degrees angle? Explain. The reference angle, which is 135 degrees, is simply 180 degrees minus 135 degrees, which is 45 degrees. Hence, the coordinates of 135 degrees is negative square root of 2 over 2 and square root of 2 over 2. Since 135 degrees is in the second quadrant, consider the graph of 135 degrees to the right. So we have here 135 degrees where the terminal side lies in the second quadrant. So therefore we have a reference angle of 45 degrees. So from here we have the coordinates negative square root of 2 over 2 and square root of 2 over 2. What would be the coordinates of the point on the circle if we draw a 225 degrees angle? Explain. The reference angle of 225 degrees is just equal to 225 degrees minus 180 degrees, which is 45 degrees. Hence, the coordinates of 225 degrees is negative square root of 2 over 2 and negative square root of 2 over 2. Since 225 degrees is in the third quadrant, consider the figure to the right. So as you can see here, 225 degrees lies in the third quadrant. And we also have a reference angle of 45 degrees. So therefore, the coordinates are both negative square root of 2 over 2. What would be the coordinates of the point on the circle if we draw a 315 degrees angle? Explain. The reference angle of 315 degrees is just equal to 360 degrees minus 315 degrees, which is 45 degrees. Hence, the coordinates of 315 degrees is square root of 2 over 2 and negative square root of 2 over 2. Since 315 degrees is in the fourth quadrant, consider the figure to the right. So as you can see, the terminal side of 315 degrees lies in the fourth quadrant. And the reference angle is 45 degrees. So we have the coordinates square root of 2 over 2 and negative square root of 2 over 2. What would be the coordinates of the point on the unit circle of 30 degrees angle? Let's recall a 30 by 60 by 90 degrees right triangle. If we're going to divide this hypotenuse by 2, this is just equal to 1, which is 1 unit. So therefore, this side here is 1 over 2 and this side here is square root of 3 over 2. So from here, we can have the values of cosine 30 and sine 30 degrees. So we have cosine 30 degrees is equal to square root of 3 over 2 and sine 30 degrees is equal to 1 half. The coordinates are square root of 3 over 2 and 1 half. What would be the coordinates of the point on the unit circle of 150 degrees angle? Recall, the reference angle is simply 180 degrees minus 150 degrees. That is simply equal to 30 degrees. Since 150 degrees is in the second quadrant, then we have cosine 150 degrees is equal to negative square root of 3 over 2 and sine 150 degrees is just equal to 1 half. So the coordinates are negative square root of 3 over 2 and 1 half. What would be the coordinates of the point on the unit circle of 210 degrees angle? Recall, the reference angle is equal to theta minus 180 degrees or 210 degrees minus 180 degrees, which is just equal to 30 degrees. Since 210 degrees is in the third quadrant, then we have cosine of 210 degrees is negative square root of 3 over 2 and sine of 210 degrees is equal to negative 1 half. So the coordinates are negative square root of 3 over 2 and negative 1 half. What would be the coordinates of the point on the unit circle of 330 degrees angle? Recall, the reference angle is 360 degrees minus 330 degrees, which is just equal to 30 degrees. Since 330 degrees is in quadrant 4, then we have cosine 330 degrees is equal to square root of 3 over 2 and sine 330 degrees is just equal to negative 1 half. So the coordinates are square root of 3 over 2 and negative 1 half. What would be the coordinates of the point on the unit circle of 60 degrees angle? Let's recall 30 by 60 by 90 degrees right triangle. So from here we have cosine 60 degrees is just equal to 1 half and sine 60 degrees is equal to square root of 3 over 2. So therefore, the coordinates are 1 half and square root of 3 over 2. What would be the coordinates of the point on the unit circle of 120 degrees angle? Recall, the reference angle is simply 180 degrees minus 120 degrees. Since 120 degrees is in the second quadrant, so therefore the reference angle is 60 degrees. So we have cosine of 120 degrees is equal to negative 1 half and sine of 120 degrees is equal to square root of 3 over 2. So the coordinates are negative 1 half and square root of 3 over 2 since it is in the second quadrant. What would be the coordinates of the point on the unit circle of 240 degrees angle? Recall, 240 degrees minus 180 degrees is the reference angle since 240 degrees is in the third quadrant. So we have cosine of 240 degrees is just equal to negative 1 half, and sine 240 degrees is also equal to negative square root of 3 over 2. So therefore, the coordinates are both negative, so negative 1 half and negative square root of 3 over 2. What would be the coordinates of the point on the unit circle of 300 degrees angle? Recall, the reference angle is just equal to 360 degrees minus 300 is equal to 60 degrees since 300 degrees is in the fourth quadrant. Then we have cosine 300 degrees is equal to 1 half, sine 300 degrees is equal to negative square root of 3 over 2. So the coordinates are 1 half and negative square root of 3 over 2. So from here, we have the unit circle and its summary. Again, I would like to thank you for watching. Stand by for my next tutorial, and may God bless us all.